Turning now to the forecast, meteorologist Chris Mulcahy joins us now. So, Chris, how's it looking out there this afternoon?
Well, today's another dry day, but Sarah, sadly, this is not becoming a good thing. Usually, hey, we love a sunny day without any rain. We desperately need the rain at one point, especially this one part of South Carolina that leads into one small section of North Carolina. This is now an extreme drought, not something that you want to see here. And per the most recent update that came out earlier this morning, 100% of North Carolina is under abnormally dry status or some sort of moderate, severe to extreme drought. This is the first time 100% of the state's been under this status since 2009, which was quite the drought that season that went almost a full year. Now, South Carolina did have a slight downgrade by 0.53%, but it's not much. Check out the change in the map that we've seen over the last month. There was less than half the state that was even abnormally dry. Now we're seeing it completely taken over. The thing that's most concerning is the addition of that extreme drought status. So at this point, what does that mean? Severe drought means that dryland crops are starting to be affected. Boat ramps could be shut down. But once you get to extreme drought, and if we don't get some rain very soon, much of the state is going to be under the status within the next week or two. That affects aquatic wildlife. That is going to make mandatory restrictions, and then unnecessary things like, I know, filling up the kid pool are going to become mandated. You can't do it depending where you are. Now, most of that is outside of our WCNC viewing area, but it is a possibility unless we get the rain. Luckily, there is a rain chance tomorrow. It looks to be pretty solid. Today, though, let's focus in on the good. 92 degrees. That is cooler than yesterday, but it feels much better. 90 degrees in Hickory, and then still a nice 10-degree plus break up in the mountains. That's why today is the pick of the week, because of how great it feels. It's not overly humid. 92 is still hot, don't get me wrong, but at least you don't have 92 feeling like 105. Our dew points are going to jump quickly. That's going to up our rain chances for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not going to be as hot temperature-wise, but it's still going to be feeling pretty muggy. So our rain chances over the next 7 days, dry today. Don't worry about anything. Tomorrow, it's likely isolated through the weekend, but then next Wednesday and Thursday, more scattered rain starts to move back in. So our hourly forecast for tomorrow, as early as really 3 to 7 a.m., we're going to have our first stint of scattered showers. Most of this is going to be east of I-77, because what's happening here is the reason why we're a little bit drier, a front passed. Now it's stalling out. It's now a quasi-stationary front. It's kind of dancing, wiggling around, but that's going to feed all the heat and humidity, and that's going to fire up some storms. So by tomorrow, here's 3 a.m., seeing the first signs of showers. This is technically called a backdoor front because it's moving backwards. And notice that it's moving from east to west. That's not the typical motion that we have for storms around here. By 7 a.m., it's very crowded storm-wise from Monroe over to Rockingham up to Albemarle. Not quite in the Charlotte area, but Matthews, you could be affected at that point. It starts to spread across the area as we work our way through the morning, and I think it's a better chance for Charlotte and just areas along the I-77 corridor and off towards the west, really through the afternoon. These will start to wind down, dissipate heading into your Friday, and then we'll still have a lesser version of this forecast for Saturday. I think it's mainly going to be a little bit later on in the afternoon and evening that you have some isolated to scattered storms. So our Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows a nice break from the heat. Not only is it going to be in the 80s, I'm now calling for the mid-80s. So a nice little change that we have here, but we want you to stay weather aware, because notice by the end of the week, 99, 101, 97 weather aware days. We can even add Monday to the mix. That should be a red bar as well, as we are weather aware for that heat. We'll make it feel like 105. So heat advisories are expected for Monday and Tuesday at least.